2018, Deandre Ayton. The Suns picked Deandre Ayton with the first pick. What
Yes.
was like the biggest pull factor, when you decided to select DeAndre, and why did you decide to go with DeAndre instead of guys like Luka Doncic and Trae Young?
So with DeAndre, one of the things was, you look at the things that he does that he can, and we talked about this a little bit, just roll out of bed
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
right. And there are things that he can just roll out of bed and do at his size when you combine the athleticism and the dexterity and the agility with his size. They're just things that he can just roll out of bed and do. Of course, we knew Luka was going to be great. Of course, we knew Trae Young was going to be great. Of course, um, but when we were looking at DeAndre, again, there are just things that we felt like that he could just inherently roll out of bed and do
Hmm.
that we didn't have on our roster.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things too that you sort of look at when you're going back and you're looking at a draft, and it's, do we pick best available? Do we pick need? You're also trying to project who has bigger upside. It's all of these things that go into it as well. Will this player come in and work out for you? Right.
Because Luka declined the workout with the Suns.
So that's you have to be able to ascertain that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
will a guy come in and work out for you? And again, if in some ownership is different. Some owners are, the owner is saying, hey, I have to meet this guy as well. And if he doesn't want to come in and work out with us and meet with us, then we can't select him no matter what.
Hmm.
Some owners are like that. Some owners aren't like that. And those decisions also drive personnel moves as well. So DeAndre, because of those things, and we thought, of course, there were tremendous upside, tremendous talent,
Yeah.
and things
Absolutely.
that he can do as he continues to learn the game. And of course, the learning curve is always steeper for a big. It always is. And what he is benefiting from now is, and you're starting to see a little bit of those results. He's actually rebounding. He's having a really good year rebounding the ball. But one of the things that's happening for him as well is really mastering how to operate in screen roll. His skills are coming along. He's becoming a better shooter, but
Hmm.
he's really sort of getting a master class on trying to operate in screen roll because he's playing with Chris Paul,
Yeah. Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So when you are a big, oftentimes, because as you said, Stephen, you're playing that dependent position. So sometimes your production is based on the people that are fabricating shots for you,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so now he's playing with really strong point guard. Devin is sort of graduated as well in that playmaking sense also. So I'm anticipating big things from DeAndre. But as I say that, I know this isn't popular when people say this, Stephen. That doesn't mean from a scouting perspective that we're looking at Trae Young and Luka and be like, oh man, I don't like him. I don't like him, because that's how people try to force it.
Yep.
But obviously it wasn't like that, because I can tell you this, when I scouted Trae Young, I felt like Trae Young was the best pick and roll player that I saw in college basketball in at least a decade.
Hmm.
He was that good.
Hmm.
And I'll say this also, you know, my philosophy on it, Stephen, is whether it was Luka, whether we drafted Luka, whether we drafted Trae, one of the things that people talk about, and rightfully so, with those players is, how are they defensively, right?
Hmm.
Here's my take on it. The way that I looked at it is, and I was a defensive guy as well, right? But when I'm looking, Steven, at guys that are giving you 30 points and 11 assists a night, right? And or Luka's giving you what he's giving you a night, triple doubles and things of that nature. I'm talking 40-point triple doubles.
Hmm.
You know, the only thing I need to be able to ascertain from a defensive standpoint is, are you competitive enough to try? Okay, if you're competitive enough to try, I can live with that, because I'm not asking you to be Patrick Beverly when you're giving me 30 points and 11 assists,
Absolutely.
right?
Hmm.
I can't ask you to do that. And so for me, that's how I look at it again, where it's like, You know, it's, man, you got Devin and Trae potentially in the backcourt. Who are they going to guard? Those guys are generating so much offense and putting so much pressure on the opposing defense that I can't, sweat them about who they're going to guard. I got to get other people to do that.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Exactly.
Yeah. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Let me get somebody else to do that.
Yeah, I get that. Absolutely.